Places you can't go versus places you wouldn't go. North Korea, cannot go. I would go. Interplanetary field, cannot go. I very much would go. Your mom's crib, could go, would not go under any circumstances. See, I was on the swim team. I can't hold my breath for that long. See, China has good food, MSG, world-leading technological advancement, rich culture, bad bitches, events that didn't happen, the Great Firewall, government surveillance unmatched by any other country. Are these trade-offs equal? No. Also, I'm pretty sure it's a universal black experience to go to China and be treated like, well, an exhibit. Like a monk. Maybe that's just the very narrow lens of twitter.com at play though. I'm not sure. This section of Yellowstone where you could be killed with no consequences. Nobody lives here, so it's likely impossible to form a jury unless you have a bunch of witnesses, and witnesses can't be on the jury, so you're kind of shit out of luck. You know when you're in a voice call and that friend of a friend joins and then your friend leaves and that friend is just a little weird? That's the friend you don't go here with. I'm just coincidentally, I do want to live near Yellowstone so that in the event it does super erupt and kill us all, I'm gonna be one of the first ones to die. I'm not gonna die from a nuclear ash winter. Antarctica. I hate cold weather. Being in the northeastern US, our winters are known to be pretty brutal in some areas. There's certainly colder places, but this is enough. Antarctica is not for me. I saw a video of an ice storm outside of an Antarctic research base, and it looked like the episode where SpongeBob and Squidward have to deliver the pizza across town. 6 months of pure white brightness reflected by snow and 6 months of pure darkness. And supplies on what is technically an island are transferred between research bases by a lone tractor. What if literally anything happens? Do they expect this driver to be able to fix any of the millions of possibilities in pure darkness? Antarctic researchers, the same people who can tell you about the carbon makeup of the atmosphere based off some bubbles and some ice cores, they've never heard of Murphy's Law. Mexico, if it ain't heavily populated, I ain't going. There's some cities where the resorts are safe and your chances of getting murked are relatively low, but that means there's an opposite end of the spectrum where wherever you go, you could get murked, stolen, and captured for ransom, and I'm not dealing with that. Yes, this applies to probably every country apart from maybe Sweden or Iceland, but as an English-speaking American in Spanish-speaking Mexico, I would stick out like a sore thumb. Not for any other reason. What are you, racist? Yeah, I used to be chronically online, so I've seen a little too many videos of what they do to American tourists after they're captured for ransom. Ohio. The Australian innards, also known as the outback. The outside edges of Australia are debatable, but considering only 4% of the landmass is arable, 96% of that shit is uninhabitable. The wildlife is a bit fucked to say the least, and to be honest, all the docile creatures and shit I want to see, I don't know if it's worth getting a spider up my ass while I'm taking a shit. Not at the top of my priority list at all. However, I do want to go there and see the giant bucket of onions and garlic, so I gotta make my way there somehow. Brazil, no real explanation needed. At this point, any place that's run by the cartel or gangs is pretty much off my list. Also, according to the corruption index, Brazil is at a 38 out of 100, and higher is better. That is a failing score in literally the least educated countries in the world. Africa. Definitely would go build infrastructure and schools and all that shit. However, the Sahara Desert, this big fucking chunk of Africa, never going here. Yes, I would visit these countries, however, majority of it is the fucking desert, so I'm probably not gonna go here. I've watched Mad Max for a total of 48 hours. Do I really want to be on the set of Mad Max for multiple days, if not weeks at a time? Like seriously, I cannot imagine many things more terrifying than standing in one spot and every direction I look, it's the same fucking thing. For example, let's look at this 1 square meter of sand. There's more grains of sand in this square meter than there are people that have ever existed in history. We're in the Sahara Desert, by the way. Now look up, my brother. 9.34 billion square meters of it. Yeah, this section of the Middle East, I kind of tend to avoid active war zones and places that would kidnap me and hold me for ransom, and places that are run by gangs and cartels. If you couldn't tell already, the chances that they take my ass back to the US is lower than a Navy SEAL and surprisingly a WNBA player. Also, a desert. A lot of fucking desert. Majority of these countries are below a 40 on the corruption index, which once again is a fail in even the least educated countries in the world. Big water, cause I like contained water. Like I was on a couple of swim teams, so I'm not avoiding of water cause I can't swim. I can fucking swim. Cold water's pointy, room temperature water is round, contained water is fun and relaxing, and big water is fucking death incarnate. I'm just saying. I'll get on cruise ships, I'll go to the beach and listen to the water, won't get in past my knees unless I can see through it. See, big water is big, unpredictable, I can't see through it, thalassophobia, all that shit. Contained water, well that's just a rectangle, that's just a tube. This is see-through and contained by a barrier reef, and this is bullshit.